There was not a single day when I didn't look at that Stepstone, Indeed, new job portals, not a single day I missed it because it was in my mind to get the job.
Guys, this is the part 2 of the video series which we have recorded with Himanshu. So if you haven't watched the part 1 of this video series, do watch the part 1. In part 1, we have covered topics like how Himanshu has found his internship, what things he had done to find that internship, how German language is important, and a complete overall profile of Himanshu. So you can watch the part 1. Today's part 2, we will talk about everything related to job, how Himanshu has got a job after his master's studies, how German language is important in job, and many more questions. So without further delay, let's start with today's video. So Himanshu, first of all, thank you for coming in the part 2 again. And yeah, we'll start with today's.
Good afternoon to all of you. Thank you for inviting me again. I am glad to answer your next set of questions.
So Himanshu, as we have talked in the previous part 1, you have completed your course that is Automotive Service Technology and Processes from Ostfalia University of Applied Sciences. So after the course, I mean, when you were in your master thesis, after internship, how you got this job? I mean, what was the process you followed?
First of all, a student when he's starting the master thesis, he should try to make a good CV by taking help of some German colleagues or by taking help from any career service from his university. His complete focus should be on making on a good and structured CV, because as if you think from the recruiter point of view, he will get for one position 1,000 CVs. It is very much important how your CV looks like. The first impression which he gets by seeing your CV in 1 or 2 seconds is very important. So your CV should be structured. The important points should be highlighted. There should not be any bigger sentences. If you have many tasks done, you should try to minimize it as much as possible, because no recruiter will invest his time in reading big sentences. He would be interested in what is your bachelor degree about, what is your master degree, what were your specialization, and what was your role in internship. This is very important in order to make a German CV, and more or less to make one cover letter in German language preferably. If not, I would say is the CV in German language and the cover letter in English language. But my preference is, of course, both in German language.
So that means a person should make his CV and cover letter in a German language, because as you are saying, cover letter and CV, if it would be in German, be a favorable option for the recruiter to choose you, because most of the candidates, they would be making their CV in English, and if you showcase your German skills through your CV and your cover letter, it would be a good option, right?
Yes, because most of the companies would be the German companies here, and their local business language would be also German. So they would, of course, prefer to have a German speaking candidate rather than only English speaking candidate.
Absolutely true. For this cover letter and CV, did you took some help of your professor or your colleagues or some online software?
Recommendation would be, I did not refer any online sources, but I took the help of my colleagues in my internship time, and also every university, as far as I know, in Germany has a career service department. There you have the counselor with whom you can take appointment and you can discuss your CV, how you want your CV, and he will of course guide you how to write your CV in a proper German way.
The career service departments that are in the institutes, they can help the students with this stuff. Right. And Himanshu, I mean, my next question was, see, when you were doing your master thesis, so you got the job during your master thesis or after completion of your master thesis?
The thing was that since I started a bit earlier to apply, I was already getting some calls, but I did not get selected. Means I had the first round, but I did not get selected. So when I was in the last phase of my master thesis, which was the 6 months, 1 month before completing my master thesis, I got one call and I got selected for this job. So it was like end of master thesis, I already had my job.
Great. Like before your completion of masters, you had a job in hand. I mean, you have saved a lot of amount of time, because if we end up our masters and after that we get converted into the job search visa, right? That is for the 18 months.
Yes.
And that is too hectic. I mean, for students, they have to search jobs in that 18 months, and that's a bit of timeline for us. We are too restricted to that timeline. So that means you usefully utilized your time in your master thesis and got job before your masters. I mean, that's great. How many jobs you were applying, like when you were in the job searching phase? If you have any number.
Before answering your question directly, I would also like to say Germany is a bit of flexible, that at least you have 18 months in Germany. As far as I know, in USA, UK, it's only 3 months. So it's a very strict deadline in those countries. So Germany is at least having 1.5 years after your master's, which is a very great time to get a job. Ideally, if you are completing masters, I would say 18 months are more or less enough to get a job. Answering your question directly, I think I applied to almost 50 to 60 companies, because simultaneously I had also to concentrate on my master thesis when I used to get time to apply for the jobs. Of course, my plan was that if I don't get the job until my master thesis, I would apply in a more intensive way after my completion, because I would be completely free. But since I had also my master thesis, which is also required to be very important in order to get good grades, I was half concentrating on my master thesis topic and half concentrating on my job application.
Yeah, the point that you mentioned, like Germany gives 18 months, that's absolutely right, because that's a huge amount of time we can search our job. Unlike US and UK, where the time is quite less, very less. And we get frustrated seeing that deadline, that 3 months of deadlines. And if we don't get a job in that 3 months, then it's difficult. But here in Germany, 18 months, so it's more than sufficient. Also, you said you applied for some 50 to 60 jobs. So was like for the 50 to 60 jobs, you got selected?
As far as I remember, I got selected for 2 or 3 companies, which generally the process is like, if a company likes your resume, generally the HR department calls you to make some introduction call, like what are your requirements, what is the company about, what would be the job role about. And if this first interview is got cleared, it means if the HR is impressed by your answers, she or he forwards it to the actual department where your job would be. So that person tries to understand your resume, and if he also likes, then there would be the second round, in which you may be called directly at the company location, or maybe if the company is too far, then they may arrange a Skype interview with you.
From 50 to 60 job applications, you have converted almost 2 to 3 jobs, right? And
yes,
from that you
2 to
selected
3
one.
interviews. Yes.
Okay, 2 to 3 interviews and one complete job offer that you are presently working.
Yes.
Was this difficult? I mean, applying to 50 to 60 companies and attending each and every interview. Hearing that is a tedious task, because 50 to 60 companies applying and interviewing all around. So was it time consuming?
It's not a bit of time consuming, but I would say, if you have to earn something, you have to make some hard work. So getting a job, it's a bit difficult, of course, I would say, in a foreign country. That's my personal experience. Of course, 50 to 60 job application is a bit tedious. It's a bit of time consuming, but the thing is, if your department is fixed, you can of course just change the company name, add some qualification as per the job requirements, and arrange your CV and cover letter accordingly. So if your master template is ready, that, for example, your education will not change, your last job will not change. Only thing is you have to slightly change a bit of qualities, maybe adjust some of the subjects as per your job application, and adjust your cover letter also accordingly.
Yeah. So this point that you have said is quite important, that we should update our CV and cover letter based on the job requirements. Like, what are the key requirements they are saying in the job application, in the job posting? We should put that key points in our CV and cover letter, so that when the time of filtering the application, the HR should find our CV or our cover letter highlighted for that particular post, right?
Yes. For example, if you are applying in logistics position and you are mentioning your major fields of study as procurement, engineering, design, diagnosis, of course, the HR won't be interested. But for example, you have already studied logistics and you are putting logistics as your first major of study, then of course HR will select your resume and it can get you through first round at least.
Himanshu, see, in India we have campus placements after bachelor's or master's. So is the similar thing followed in Germany? Like, do we have some campus placement after we complete our master's? Because many students, they have this doubt. They think that we'll be having some campus placements after our course or some kind of career fairs and all, but what is the actual reality behind this?
In Germany, you don't have such concept of having campus placements. The thing is, you have to apply yourselves to all the companies Maybe there could be some career fair which university can organize during your master course. At the maximum, a university can arrange a career fair in your university campus. So you have lot of stalls or lot of booths from various companies in Germany, which they will market themselves, like what are they doing, what is their product, and what are their current vacancies. So only thing is you can go to your favorite companies, like preferred companies. You can have some introduction and you can have just a network connection. This is just like a bit of connection in order to apply for a position, so that the company already know you as a person, and if they receive your documents, maybe they will call you for the interview. That's it. But there is no direct direct terminology like campus placement.
So yeah, this thing now has got clear that there are no campus placements in Germany. We are all by our own to search the job, and there are online mediums available like LinkedIn, Zing, Stepstones, and all.
Yes.
So now coming to this point, you applied for the jobs through which of the mediums? Online mediums, or I mean, what was your preferred medium for applying to the job?
The most preferred and the most genuine medium would be going to the company websites. For example, if I am interested to apply for Hyundai Germany, so directly you go to Hyundai Germany website and go to the careers option and you apply for the specific job. Second common platform, like good platform here called stepstone.de. So here you can put your criteria like engineering jobs, which field, how much experience, and then you can apply for the job. Third medium would be the Zing. Zing is very popular in Germany, and LinkedIn.
Okay, Zing and LinkedIn. Got your job through which of?
2 or 3 interviews which I had got call were through the normal online platform like Stepstone or the career website like Daimler.de or Volkswagen.de. And this job I got through the LinkedIn networking. I would also suggest there is an option in LinkedIn called premium option. It has a very minimal fee, I think 15 to 20 euros per month. When you're really searching a job, I would suggest the people to try this option, because when you have this account, the recruiters gets to know that this person is searching a job. And when the recruiters are searching specific positions, your profile will have higher search results. It will appear automatically in higher search results.
That's a great point, Himanshu, you have told. I mean, that's a quick hack you have told us. So yeah, the candidates who are viewing this video, they will definitely consider this point. Even I'll consider this point for myself, and I'll apply this in future.
Yes, and it's very necessary to make a very professional profile on LinkedIn. And also on Zing, write a good summary, mention key points in your career, mention key tasks, what you had in your company, and keep it short and simple. You don't need to write big 250 words paragraph, something like that. It should be short and simple and quick, informative.
Coming towards your job profile, so can you please tell the audience where are you working, in which company, and what is your job profile? So in short, just please explain about this.
So currently I'm working in a company called Hyundai Mobis. It's a spare parts and accessories company which is distributing this genuine Hyundai and Kia spare parts and accessories in Germany and other 3 export markets in Europe. My work location is like a warehouse where we store all the genuine parts of Hyundai and Kia cars. It's from small bolt of a car to complete engine, to complete door panel, to complete bumpers of a car. So every day we are distributing these orders based on the dealer orders to the dealers all around Germany. And I'm working in the logistics department, where my primary role is to monitor the KPIs of our carriers, if they are delivering on time to our dealers, and what is the quality of delivery, which is very important factor in customer satisfaction.
That's an interesting job role, and yeah, you're working in logistics field. So my question related to this point is, in logistics field, what are the opportunities in Germany? If you can tell something about this.
Logistics, I would say, is a very dynamic and very huge field, and there are many interesting and challenging opportunities in logistics department in Germany.
Yeah, even I mean, the best logistics companies all are in Germany, and the job opportunities from what I have researched and what you are telling, quite huge related to logistics, supply chain, and so yeah, that's an interesting subject if a person wishes to pursue this subject. Question, Himanshu, is in logistics, as you know, it's more related to customer dealing, more related to interaction, and more related to communicating with local people. So how much German is important when it comes to logistics or working in the field of logistics?
See, frankly speaking, in every logistics, which is a German company, you would be needing 100% German. But since my company's business language is English, internally I can do the reporting stuff in English language. But if I have to contact my service providers or the suppliers, I need to speak in German.
Business language in your companies are quite lucky in this field. But yeah, everybody can't be lucky related to this, because mostly all companies are German companies related to logistics, and you have to communicate in German. So learning German is very necessary. I mean, the most important point if you are planning to come to Germany and working not in logistics, but in every field. All the companies, they have German as their business language. If we leave some multinational companies, most of the companies that are German companies, they will have German as their business language. Companies having English as a business language. Still, if you want to communicate with your colleagues in your department, then definitely you need German, right?
Of course. I mean, when you are studying your masters, I would recommend all the persons to concentrate mostly on German language, because you cannot have a goal that I have come to Germany, but I would like to work only in English language. That would be a very wrong attitude. I had also made my CVs in both languages. So depending on the company's business language, I was applying in both languages. The calls which mostly getting, you have to be prepared in German language interviews. I think only 5 to 10% of the companies would be not having the German as their official business language. So German would be very important. Yes.
From the start, like if you want to hunt a job, from that step till getting the job or working in that company will require German. So we should be that fluent in communicating. We should be able to communicate. That is important, right, Himanshu?
Easy would be, of course, you are going to daily class, but there are some various apps on our Android platform which you can download and install on your mobile, so that you can increase your vocabulary. Like you are going through a city, you see a new word, you can immediately check the word, what is the meaning of word. Slowly, this is only the way by which your vocabulary can improve. You can also try to maintain one notebook or a book in which you can mention new words which you have learned today and your vocabulary, and you have to write your English words, and you have to go through this book every weekend or any single day, so that the new words get into your mind, and you can increase your vocabulary.
As you have told about your job profile and also regarding interview, now we'll come towards the salary part, which most of the candidates who are watching this video, they are interested into. And even I'm interested into that part. So yeah, so if a person like completes his masters, what kind of salary he can expect? And you can give us a range.
As far as I know, if a student is an engineer and he has completed in masters also here, as far as I know, maybe around 35k to 45k, I would say, as the figure. Of course, it's dependent on how big is the company, what is your location of the company, what are the current requirements in the company, what is the current financial condition of the company. It is all dependent on all these things.
It also depends on the location also. Like in some regions, we may be getting more than 45k, right? 50,000 or 55,000
yes,
euros,
because some of the regions like Munich, Berlin, Frankfurt are a bit of costly cities. So mostly the companies located there would offer a higher package to you.
This is the gross salary, right? Which you have told.
It's a gross salary, yes.
And yeah, that is per year, right?
Per year, yes.
Like if we deduct all the taxes, I mean, if you share some light about the taxes, how much it is, we can just a rough idea.
Rough idea would be, see, in Germany, it's not only the taxes. There are 3 to 4 types of additional charges which every company is cutting. It's regarding if you lose the job, government will try to support you. Then there is also like pension, what we have in India. Then there is the third part is like insurance, like medical insurance. So after cutting these 3 plus tax, I would say your gross would be around 60% of your your net would be 60% of your gross.
We can assume like per month salary would be around 1700 euros to 3000 euros in hand. Anything between that.
Yes, you can start around this figure, but see, the increment is very less as compared to India here. So you cannot expect every month like 10 to 20 every year 10 to 20%. If you consider the net amount, it would be very less.
As compared to India, the salary we are getting is quite large. So this was all about salary. Coming towards the work-life balance or the work culture, we can say. How many hours a week we have to work in the company?
See, most of the companies here would have a contract with you like 40 hours per week. So you can split your Monday to Friday 8 hours each, or you can work longer from Monday to Thursday. So you can have a shorter Friday and a longer weekend. It depends on the company and the flexibility rules in the company. But more or less, every company would have 35 to 40 hours per week.
Work days are Monday to Friday. So 40 hours, we can adjust accordingly.
Yeah.
And Saturday, Sunday is holiday. That means that's great. Only 5 days we have to work manageable, like 8 hours per day. It depends on the company. Like some companies may have.
See, for companies
7, right?
Very big, it will offer you more flexibility. Like between 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. you can work anytime 8 hours. So you can come at 7, you can leave at 4, you can come at 9, and you can leave at 5. But there would be a core time concept in which you should be always present in the company.
Regarding holidays, how many holidays or leaves we get in a year?
Generally, every around 25 to 30 working days per year. So that is almost 5 to 6 weeks, complete weeks of holiday. And that is excluding the weekends.
Guys, this was all about the job related questions that I had, and all about Himanshu's profile, everything he has shared now. Apart from this, if you have any doubt, do comment below so that in future we can make a Q&A series with Himanshu again. And yeah, so Himanshu, thanks a lot for the second part and a lot amount of time. And from your busy schedule, you are giving so much amount of time to help students. So that's great of you, Himanshu. Thanks a lot for that.
You are welcome, Gufran. And I would suggest all the candidates who are watching this video, please try to be familiar and try to clear all your questions before coming to Germany so that you don't get surprised after coming here. You can drop in your comments below the video. Of course, me or he would definitely try to answer all your questions, and we wish you all the best for your application process.
Yeah, thank you, Himanshu. Thanks a lot. So guys, also one more point. If you have videos, do watch the previous videos. I have covered everything related to the application process. And yeah, this was all for today. So hope you like the video, enjoy the video.